Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm headed out to the Black Hills this weekend. I'm gonna go through the Badlands, then wind my way up to about somewhere in the north part of the Black Hills area, and then I'm gonna find a place to crash there, then work my way back. I'm leaning towards winding through the Needles Highway, coming down maybe about Custer or Wind Cave. I want to see some buffalo. I am bison rider after all, so yeehaw, let's find me some buffalo and head on back to Sioux Falls. So that's the plan for this weekend. Looking forward to it. I'm actually a week before Sturgis, so hopefully I won't have too much crazy traffic around, but I am a week before Sturgis. We'll see how this goes. Enjoy the ride, folks. Yeehaw! Rapid City, 336 miles. We're gonna go past there up to, I think it's actually the Sturgis exit where I need to go to get down into the lead area. It's foggy up ahead. We've entered some turbulence. Flight attendants, please strap up. I feel like I could just reach up and grab the clouds. Ah! Oh shit, my thing got undone. There we go. Dude, can you just pass him, man? I'm gonna go and do this as slow as possible. Make it miserable for the motorcyclist. I was excited to jump on the bike today, guys. That's just what I do. I didn't even eat breakfast. I didn't have my coffee. I just packed up real quick, jumped on the bike. I even woke up before my alarm went off. This is a long stretch. It's fun because your mind will come up with lots of fun ideas. It's a good ride for your mind. It challenges you to stay focused for a long time when there's not like a whole lot going on. You should always stay focused. Even something like that, you just never know, right? Like there could be a deer hiding behind the fence line and pops out. Always pay attention. It's hard to do that on these long stretches of Great Plains, right? But you still got to do it. So it's a good exercise. This is like the half marathon event here. The full marathon is if you're going north and south along the Great Plains instead of east and west. The Jim River. I never know how to ride a bike when I get off the interstate after a while. For some reason it's like, how do I do this? Alright folks, we are coming up on Chamberlain, South Dakota, where the big Mighty Mo crosses I-90. Great place. It's kind of a hidden gem in my opinion. Chamberlain area. Really good fishing and beautiful views of the Missouri. It's dammed up way down in Hickstown, but there's some really good fishing along the way. Sioux Museum. I've been to that museum. That's a really nice museum. They have a lot of good stuff that's Native American based. Alright, we are coming down into the Missouri River Valley. Beautiful hills, and of course we have a semi-truck right here. Absolutely gorgeous lake. I love it out here. It's just so beautiful. Really good fishing all around. If you're into your standard river-based fish like catfish and gar and stuff like that, very good, excellent fishery. And of course walleye is very good. There's a lot of rock structure in Chamberlain area, so really good for when you're in the spawning season, especially. You know exactly where they're at. And then as you get out into the summer, hot summer, they're depending what the fish are doing, it's easy trolling grounds as well. So this is the I-90 bridge, and out towards that side is Acoma, and that's that resort. I don't know if you can see it that far, but that resort is wonderful. That's where I like to stay and launch my boat. And Acoma also has a fun little, if you got kids, there's a fun little stop. If you get off the first exit when you cross I-90 here, or I'm sorry, the Missouri River. I'll show you guys as we get off. Look at this, it's just gorgeous down in there. Beautiful hill country. Right up there, Owl's Oasis. If you got kids, take them there. They're gonna love it. There's some fun things you could do. Good restaurant. If you want a bison, they serve that there. There's some fun little shops and a shooting thing for the kids. Alright. Leaving beautiful Acoma, South Dakota. My next stop will be Murdo. That's a good stopping point before I hit the scenic Badlands Loop route. I think that's down the road, maybe 45 minutes or so from Murdo. I think this landscape is just absolutely gorgeous. I love these rolling hills. Alright, we are coming up on Murdo, South Dakota. Gonna top off the tank and make sure we got enough snacks and hydration for the Badlands, because that will be our next stop after this. I'm excited. Badlands Loop Scenic Byway. Yeehaw, we made it. I'm gonna stop in the Minutemen Visitor Center. I have not been to that before as many times as I've passed it, so I want to check it out. I'm gonna go there and then change my GoPro battery so we can get a view of the scenic byway through the Badlands. Bee farm. I hate riding by those things. The Minutemen 2 Visitor Center. That was pretty cool. I really like that visitor center. That's well put together exhibit. Alright, so we're going to hit the Badlands Scenic Byway Loop. And it's actually the same road. If you're headed west on I-90, it's this one right by the Minutemen. So you can take this, and there's a couple of ways to do it, but I'm going to do the one where you end up shooting out right at Wall Drug. Wow, those people got up to a prairie dog. They were petting the thing. I didn't even know that was possible with them things. Welcome to the beautiful Badlands. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it is 92 degrees, and as much as I enjoy hiking, I'm not going to do it today. It's pretty hot, and I'm not all that. I've done like all these trails out here before, including the free roam stuff. It's a blast. I definitely recommend it if you've never done it before. The one thing to bear in mind is the rattlesnakes out here are very thick. So do be mindful of the rattlesnakes. They are no joke in the Badlands. You are guaranteed to see them, especially on a hot day like this. They're going to be laying out. So we are just passing on through today. Gorgeous. I usually like to stay back from tourists and let them observe things, but at the same time, I don't want to get the first freaking gear. Like, these bikes are not designed to ride around on a scenic byway on first gear. And around the United States, there are several other Badlands that you can go to, and they'll have somewhat fairly similar characteristics, right? Beaten down rock that's exposed. But I've always thought the one here in South Dakota is, I might be biased, right, because I'm from South Dakota, but I feel like this one is the best Badlands park in the States. Some fun twisties. So a lot of this Badlands wilderness out here, you can actually just free roam the whole thing. Like, it's, you can get, just backpack out, go wherever you feel like. It's pretty cool, actually. It's a little bit intimidating because if a storm comes through, you're kind of, you're out there. Like, just gotta hope you don't get struck by lightning. And you absolutely have to pack all of your water. There's no getting water from somewhere, because one, you're not guaranteed flowing water from the places that do have water, and two, there ain't no water fountain out there. But if you can bear the elements and you're brave enough to do it, do it. It is an absolute blast. And there's buffalo out there too. There's some buffalo. Watch out for them. Don't get too close. I've had a close call with buffalo before, and I'll just say from that experience, if they decide they want to end your life, they could absolutely end your life, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So please don't get close to the buffalo. It happens every year out in South Dakota, so don't be the guy that ends up on the news station out here. I gave him the biker wave. That dude smiled so big when I gave him that biker wave. Viewpoint of tourist ahead. I am sweating. I had to shed my jacket. It is just so hot out here, and you ain't got shade cover. It's just hot. There's humidity in the air, which is kind of rare actually. There seems to be a pretty good amount of it too, which doesn't usually happen out here. So the speed limit is 45. That's gorgeous. Look at that. The Grand Canyon, folks. Sage Creek Rim Road. This is the road I was thinking about. You take this down. That is actually one of my favorite sections. You can go down that and you're more likely to find bison along the way. And it's fun if you're on a adventure bike. You could go down around there. And then if you go kind of in like a U shape, there's also this ORV off-road vehicle park that is out and around, and that is a fun one. It's just free roam and you can ride all around there. Alright, we are out of the national park area. 8 miles to Wall, where I'm going to stop, have lunch, cool off. It is hot. I'm not sure I have a desire to go into actual Wall Drug to eat at the restaurant, or there's probably 1,000 tourists. I've done that several times, and if you haven't done it before, that is one of those things where I suggest you go check it out. There's, after all, signs for a wall drug all the way across the world in Africa pointing to the direction. So, and you can get coffee for 5 cents there. Can't beat that anymore. Welcome to Wall, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. That was weird. Alright, we have our first look of the Black Hills. It is 100 degrees outside. I am dying. When I left Wall Drug, it was 103. It dropped down to 99, and the wind feels like just hot wind. It's just that wind that's like, what? Did I just open an oven? But we are surviving and trekking on. Welcome to western South Dakota, the land of the faces. Maybe someday they will carve my face into the mountain. Rapid City, everyone. Ellsworth Air Force Base is to the right. Alright, so I have an issue with now 2 of my GoPro batteries. I bought these. They're not OEM batteries, which I think is why I'm having issues with them. But they've completely just died out, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to run into town, see if I can find some of them OEM GoPro batteries. Folks, that's why you don't buy Made in China from Amazon.com. Oh, 100 degrees. I gotta pop the visor. I'm dying. I'm going to die. Today's the day. That's it, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in. Okay, welcome to the Best Buy of Rapid City, South Dakota. Let's see how rapid this Best Buy will become. Oh. Alright, we are coming up to Sturgis. This is my exit to get down into Lead, which is where I'm staying. That's just right there, basically in Deadwood. I'll be staying there tonight. So here we are, Sturgis. We are a week away from the Sturgis Rally, which I will not be at this year. Welcome to Sturgis, South Dakota. Very high fire danger. Well, we were just up in Minnesota where the danger was absolutely real, but I don't think there's any like major wildfires in the hills right now. Knock on wood. Enter the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. Let's ride. Enjoy this scenic ride. We're heading into lead through Highway 14A. Whew, I love this. It is gorgeous. The spot being hot. We're in the mountains trussing around on this wonderful Indian Challenger and the twisties. It handles great. It has very good performance. It is an absolute blast to be out here. This dude with the trailer is freaking flying. He's going 15 over. Oh shit, what happened? What is that? Dude, what was that shit spraying out? So I once, a long time ago, I had a frickin' camper, his cap came off or something that holds the pisser shit. Yeah, they're waving to slow down. I don't trust this. I don't trust this situation with this guy speeding with the camper and there's shit coming out. Anyways, there's a camper in front of me and his frickin' sewage cap thing came undone and it just sprayed. Thankfully that was in my truck. This was not a ride. I was in my truck, but still it was disgusting. So here's Deadwood. We are going to take the byway around it because this is not our final destination. Here's that camper guy with shit that was spraying out. Whew, it's hot. Lead, 3 miles. I'm gonna be fried. I had to shed my jacket just because it's being 100 outside. I was just struggling. I don't have my summer jacket up here for some reason. So I had to wear my leather jacket, which it has vents on it, but it's still a thick leather jacket. Ooh, fun part with slippery tar. Slippery tar. Oh, slippery tar on the curve. I have an idea, guys. Right before Sturgis, let's lay down some tar around these corners. Lead. Welcome to Lead, South Dakota, folks. This is where today's adventure ends and where tomorrow's begins. I am looking forward to it.